MiniWarGaming rules you got wrong.
Welcome, Wargamers. Josh here doing this week's rules you got wrong for Age of Sigmar. I'm going to go over some of the comments that were left. Typically, any kind of duplicate comments I won't speak on. So thanks so much if you did leave a comment and I didn't read it. If it was a duplicate, let's get started here. We're going to go Sylvaneth versus Death, Age of Sigmar Battle Report, War of the Realms, episode 95. The Suave Lion. 4055, you got the trample underfoot ability of all Kurnoth hunters. Right, we did forget that one. No excuses on that one. I believe it was forgotten. Next is Mitsuhida. Got to remember the trees for Sylvaneth Wildwoods are impassable terrain, so his guys shouldn't be ending their movement on top of the tree spot. If the model can't fit between the trees, they can't fit. Kind of a talking point on this one. You didn't give me any specific timestamps. We don't mind taking the trees off of these Sylvaneth Wildwoods, especially with an army like Sylvaneth. You've got a lot of models with a lot of little kind of fiddly bits everywhere, and I don't really want to risk damaging somebody's models. Probably the best way to do it would be to use proxy bases to make sure stuff could fit, but that doesn't always work either because it doesn't look that good. So we do our best to make sure with terrain and stuff like that that we're not going somewhere we shouldn't be. But again, you got to be somewhat liberal because I don't want to, have to tell people, you should model your things a certain way so they can rank up closer to each other and, fit better. And I don't want to use proxy bases. So that's kind of the talking point on that one. So if there's ever any really bad blatant stuff, my apologies. But typically, there's a little bit of leniency, especially with cool looking models with lots of little easy to break bits that I'm not going to force somebody to squish them in together if they overhang the base by too much. Next, we got Chris Jacoby. The Sylvaneth player forgot the Living Battering Ram ability in the Wardroth Beetle because it's ended its charge on the terrain piece with a Necrosphinx on it. Could have caused D3 mortal wounds to the enemy. Totally right. Forgot all about that one, so good call on that. Next, we have Harry's Photiadis. My apologies if I said that incorrect. Since when a roll of 6 by D3 is rounded up, so 2 wounds. Okay, basically what you're trying to say, and then LOL, those should have been 3 wounds. So rolling a D3 and rolling a 6. And I will teach you why that's only 2 wounds. The Necrosphinx having damage rounding up. So that means you're going to roll the D3. You get a 6, a 5 or 6 result would be 3 damage. And then you have that because it's a Necrosphinx rounding up. So 1.5 rounded up is 2. So there is your little bit of Age of Sigmar math on why that works that way. And last for this battle report, we got Justin Wiley. Forget your Death Allegiance, 6+ ward save all game. Nope. I think you're forgetting the fact that you have to have a hero close by. So all the times you saw me take the 6-up save to ignore wounds and mortal wounds, it's because I had a hero close enough by. And every time you saw me not do that, it's because I didn't have a hero close enough by. So keep in mind, Death players, you have to have a hero close by. It's just not, an army-wide 6-up to ignore wounds and mortal wounds. We're going to move on to Beastclaw Raiders versus Fire Slayers. War of the Realms, episode 96. That was me playing against David White. The one comment I have here is Murlocs. If you bring more than one Stonehorn, you're a jerk. Yeah, David White. No, it's how you play. It makes total sense for him to bring 2. I didn't ask for him to take a soft list. I asked him to take, what he was planning on playing, and he did. And they did a lot of damage, and makes me want to play that army. Also, Stonehorn horns do 3 damage, not 5. I'm trying to remember what he stacked to get up to 5 damage. I think it was one of the relics letting him boost his damage, as well as with that formation, I think you're able to give an extra 1 damage to one of the heroes. But that's it. That's all, folks, for Rules You Get Wrong this week for Age of Sigmar. Thanks so much for tuning in. For all those that left comments and questions, thanks for doing that. If you want to get a hold of me, if you want to comment on anything I'm saying in the video here, probably the best way to do it if you are expecting a response back from me is shoot me an email, josh@miniwargaming.com. Pretty easy to get a hold of me. I do my best to get back in a timely fashion, but sometimes I'm a little busy. But if it seems like I'm not getting back to you, feel free to shoot me another email, poke at me to get back to you sooner. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and as always, happy wargaming.